Hey, you're here again. Guess what? We are changing out a shower. There's nothing really wrong with this shower other than a wheelchair has to go over this 3-inch ledge and over this ledge inside here, in and out. And that's really hard to do, to get a shower for somebody that needs a wheelchair to get, and then has to have somebody help them. So in order to keep those people from having injury, trying to lift up and wiggle and pull all that out, we're going to try to take this shower out and have a floor that's covered with ceramic that goes not this inch and a half fall from the back to here. And I'm also going to get like an inch, I'm going to come further out and go 1.5 inches to there. There's quite a lot to do along the way, but we're going to have all this so they can just roll up into it and roll out, and that's the whole goal. Otherwise, you could take this shower and just cut along here, drop down, put plywood down 3 inches below, so this ledge is not very much at all, but you would still have this. So if you wanted to do that for yourself, and you don't mind this 1.5 inch ledge here to go over, which is hard when you're moving a wheelchair with somebody in it. If you don't mind, you could do that. You could drop the whole thing down into the floor, but we're not doing that. We're going to come out here a foot further and go about 1 inch fall into that. All right, here we go. Now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut this back and get to that flange that's right here. That there'll be screws or nails, most likely screws, that hold it to the wall. We're going to cut all this drywall back and the drywall mud back. And you can do that with a razor knife. And I've done videos on how you can cut. But in this case, we're going to do it with an oscillating saw. This one's a Ryobi. And we're going to cut all the way around this flange, all the way around, and cut it all out and pull the screws. So maybe we'll show you a couple little blurs, but we're not going to take you through the much consternation and hour or so of doing this. By the way, for all you people to not get discouraged, it took me 2 hours to drive here, over 2 hours. Then it took an hour to unload the materials and put it in a secure place where it's not going to get very wet or wet at all, and start spreading out the tools. So we got 3 hours of driving and spreading the materials. So whenever you get into it and you like get discouraged, and this is with 2 people, don't be discouraged. It's part of it. It may not be something that you see, and we're not going to show you all the work that we're going to do all the way around taking out the drywall, but it's part of it. So don't be discouraged. Know that you can do it. It just takes some time. I want you to know that the time involved is part of it. Maybe to give more respect to the guy who's doing the work, and if you're doing the work, allow for that time. Okay.